Let's go.
The Ace and TJ family presents Unfiltered, Uncensored, and Uninterrupted. Well, almost.
Right here.
Let's go! This is Share Funny from the Ace and TJ Show Plus.
It's not actually uninterrupted because we take breaks
Yeah, not at all.
for commercials and things. We've been lying to the people.
Should be.
We are liar to a people. That's what we are.
You are.
But I didn't realize that we were liar to a people till just now. I never pay attention to that.
Well, y'all say you lying to me about stuff.
Nobody lied to you, girl.
Yeah, okay.
She's on one today.
I know she's been hitting that crack pipe too hard today.
Okay.
No offense.
Yeah, no offense taking you saying I'm smoking crack. You know that's our thing.
I didn't say you were a crackhead. I just said you must have been hitting the crack pipe too hard. Duh. Nobody in their right mind would take that as an insult.
Mm-hmm.
Riggins, how much did you hate doing the Facebook Live thing last night?
I didn't. It was
You
fun.
didn't hate it as much as you thought?
No, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
You looked cute, though. You looked really cute on there.
Did I? Thank you.
I saw it today. I mean, I wasn't watching it live, but I saw it up on the Facebook page today.
I didn't
You look
like
cute.
staying up that late.
Yeah.
What time did you go to sleep?
Like almost 7:30.
God.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But how long did you start? I mean, how long did you stay on the Facebook Live deal?
20 minutes.
So that was 6:20, and then you got to walk the dog one more time and then
just
go to
took
bed?
him- Well, he was. I mean, we had already done that, but I had to take him out one more time, and then I went to bed, and it took me a while to calm down from doing that.
Oh, you had to unwind?
Yeah, where usually he falls
did.
asleep the second he lies down. As soon as he decides I'm going to go to sleep, he goes to sleep.
Yeah,
He's
my
like,
heart
oh,
was
that took up
racing.
so much of my energy
I
that you
don't
gave
do
out
that.
to the people.
I don't do that kind of stuff.
Right.
It was very nerve-wracking.
Really?
Yeah, extremely.
You need to do like I do. Listen to that brown noise.
Yeah. I got that.
You like brown noise?
I do.
I think that should be the sound of somebody taking a dump.
I know.
Brown noise.
That's
what it
literally what I
sounds
thought
like.
of when you said it.
What, brown noise? You thought somebody defecating?
I think on South Park there was an episode where they talked about the brown noise and it made people poop their pants.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't get that from them. It sounds like I stole it because I can't understand anything they say on South Park, so I wouldn't have gotten it either way.
Yeah.
They have all kinds of noises, all color noises now. I was looking on
I know.
Spotify. the
Very
other day.
diverse.
Right?
Very diverse.
It's at the UN.
But
Yeah.
again, it started with white noise.
Yeah.
And then everybody else had to come get in on it.
Because y'all can't have everything all the time.
We're gonna make brown
Yeah,
noise.
exactly. You guys
Brown
got your own white noise.
Black
Guess what?
noise, red noise,
Pink noise.
Yeah.
green noise
Yeah.
for the out of space aliens.
Yeah.
But Jody comes in and turns, because I'll have the brown noise going on the TV on YouTube. I got one of those highly intelligent TVs. It's better than a smart TV. It's a gifted TV, and I can get YouTube on it.
Oh, so you play it off YouTube?
Yeah,
Look at you.
24 hours straight, no ads, blackout.
Yeah.
Nice.
Black screen. But she comes in, turns mine off that's on the TV, and gets her phone and turns on fan noise on her phone because hers is better than mine. But I'm already asleep, so I don't care. But I would just think, oh, she could come in and go, oh, well, I'll just use that. And hers is not nearly as rich sounding, and it's a fan. Just
It's so millennial of you guys having noise machines going. That's what millennials like.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was
below.
no, it was the actual sound machine was a Gen X thing and older. Like my father-in-law has to have a sound machine,
Yeah.
not put it on the phone or like a full-fledged sound machine, one of the old school ones. He has to have that.
Yeah.
and we have one at our house that he uses when he comes here.
Really?
But you can always hear the loop in it. You know
Okay.
where they've edited it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's coming out of an old cheap ass speaker too.
Yeah.
I mean,
The problem with some of those YouTube white noise things is it'll be like 8 hours, no ads, but they'll
Oh, yeah.
prank you.
Yeah.
And they'll put in somebody screaming
And
like an hour into
wake
it.
you up.
It's like, you're a monster.
I do dreamy forest vibes.
Dreamy forest vibes.
Yeah, that's like what I listen to go to sleep.
It's dreamy forest vibe.
I can't listen to any of the nature sounds and stuff.
I love it.
It doesn't put me to sleep because I sit there and listen to each sound and name it. You know, it's like, okay, there's a bird.
That's a damn
There's crickets.
That's
There's
a damn.
rain on the roof.
10-point buck. Plodding through the forest.
I figured they'd already lost their horns by now. I did say that the other night. Because, we got all those deer in our neighborhood. And I saw a pretty big buck. And I said, I figured they'd already lost their horns by now. Because every year they lose their antlers completely.
Yeah.
In the spring and summer. And I was like, oh, wow. I just went back home for a minute.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that, kids.
Hey, baby, look. You see that big son of a bitch stepping across the road right there? My daughter asked me the other day, she goes, Dad, how can you, because we were driving down a different country road and I saw it was like a lane that was cut back into the woods. And I said, oh, lady, I see that deer back there? And Laney goes, Dad, how do you see a deer from so far away when you're not even looking for it? You can just spot it. And I said, well, I wasn't a really good deer hunter, but that's what we did. If you're driving along and you see a deer, that's a big deal. Like, oh, you see that big son of a bitch? He was about an 8 or a 10, I can tell you that. Good heavy deer, too.
I remember one time when I had first started, I was talking about seeing this huge bird up in the sky, and I was like, there was this eagle flying around, and TJ goes, how'd you know it was an eagle? I went, I don't know, it was like a big bird. He goes, it's probably a hawk. I went, oh, yeah, right, sorry, I don't know. It's
Or a
big
damn
ass
Canadian goose. Knowing you, it's probably a damn Canadian goose.
bird. I don't know, I didn't really think about it. Why would it be an eagle?
My mom will always say, oh, look, a bird of prey. I'm like, okay, that's so dramatic.
That's the way my little friend Jenny looks at all of them, even a little finch or whatever.
It's a bird of prey.
Son of a bitch. I think she's an Alfred Hitchcock movie.
You should, one Small Town Adventures, you should take her up to the Raptor Center. Isn't that where they have all those big birds?
Oh, yeah.
She would
would
have
die.
she would have a manic episode right there.
I don't blame her. Those things are monstrous.
Well,
Is that-
she always says, I'm scared of birds anyway, but especially if one's bigger than I am.
Yeah.
Well, of course, because it could take you away.
It just grabs Jenny by
Yeah.
the shoulders and flies away.
Takes it to its nest.
Hey,
Cousin and-
Ace, you've been to that Lazy Five Ranch out here where we
Yeah.
live, right? I've never been there. Jody and the kids have been there and all that. I have.
love
Do
that
they have
place.
ostriches and
Yes.
emus
Yes.
and stuff?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take her out there.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's funny even if people like
Because
animals.
they will come in,
Yeah.
they'll stick their face fully in the car.
And they're
I
the
don't
most
want that shit.
they're
They're
the most
aggressive.
aggressive animals out there because they peck at the
Yeah.
food out of
Yeah.
your hand. It's kind
And you have that bucket, and it's like kind of small. You're like, oh, what
Yeah.
if it pecks me? Get out of here.
Yeah,
I'll just throw some food at its head.
Do people, ride in the bed of the truck and go through? Because you drive through the
No.
little thing and the animals come up and you feed them and stuff. You have to stay within the car.
Yeah, I don't think they're allowed to. I think you have to be within the confines of the vehicle. You can't ride in the back because you're too open to be attacked.
You can do the hayride, I think. Mm-hmm. That which is open, but I don't know if you can do it in your own car.
I think that hayride too is a little bit higher up. I think
Yeah.
it's a little bit higher
Because
up.
they got giraffes and zebras and all,
Yeah, they
kinds,
got all
of
kinds
stuff
of
out
stuff.
there, don't they?
Yeah. Everything.
Yeah,
It's
you
so-
may, and
so
I could
much
be
fun.
wrong. I've never been in that situation to have to know, but I don't think you can ride in the back of a truck. I think you have to be in a vehicle to go through.
Didn't we have somebody on the show one time go out there and we recorded them going through, and didn't we put animal feed on himself or something, and the animals would come eat it off of
Yeah,
the shadow? Do that, the white shadow.
I
I
vaguely
know we
remember
did
something
some kind
like
of
that.
bit out there.
Yeah, I
one
don't
time.
remember.
You went on a date, didn't you, Riggins?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a great place to go on a date
because
there.
it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And you laugh, and you don't really have to do anything, and it's cheap. It's a fun, but the problem is you don't want to go to dinner afterwards because you are covered in slobber and
Yeah, you smell like animal afterwards. Yeah.
it's gross.
Okay, well then, now that I think about it, my little friend Jenny's what do you call it, phobia about birds wouldn't be as bad as her handsome husband Michael taking his own vehicle out there and just because he's such a clean freak.
Yeah.
Like just the thought of an animal putting his head in his truck would be. I mean, he would have a panic attack.
Yeah. I mean, you need to bring beach towels because you're just, I mean, from your elbow
yeah,
to
I'm
your
not doing
wrist,
that.
it is just, you are covered.
Well, it all depends. It also depends on how much you want to be involved with the animals. I mean, you can keep your windows up, but it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be involved with the animals slobber.
It would be funny to watch. 100%.
But they used to go when the kids were little. They'd go out there for field trips. And
Yeah.
stuff.
And then there's part of the ranch where you don't drive through, you just walk around. That's where
Yeah,
they got like the
the
lemurs, and it's a great place.
I was just talking about that place yesterday because I was like, I want to go.
Yeah, it's real
I'm going to
fun.
give all my love to the animals.
Oh, Sarah said you can ride in the back of the truck.
Yeah, I was just looking on their website. It doesn't say anything about that you can't.
Yeah, she said, I'm from Lazy 5. You can. I don't know why I thought that. Like I said, I've
She's
never
from
been in that
there?
situation. Yeah.
She works there.
Lives in, I'm looking at her face.
It says
Yeah,
works
works
at-
at, I looked it up to see. Yeah.
Yep, that's
Works at
great.
Lazy 5 Ranch. And she said, yes, White Shadow came.
Okay, that's what I thought. She must have been there a while.
She been
Yeah.
she been there.
The legendary White Shadow,
Yeah,
who lived on the roof for 6 weeks,
I don't remember. It was something.
8
like that.
weeks. It was a long time, man.
He will be White Shadow.
Yeah. What year, Riggins, what year did you start working with us?
2011. 2011.
But yeah, he
I'm
was
gonna look at
called. He was called White Shadow because that was a TV character. That was a popular TV character when Ace and I were kids. It was a white basketball coach in the inner city. The name of the show was The White Shadow.
Before I came along, you just hang out with a bunch of white people, huh?
We tried to, yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Monica was the most exotic, right? Like she was Italian.
Well, yeah, except
Exotic.
That was pretty exotic. Mediterranean almost.
and people thought she was Mexican. Remember at Disney World, we went to the Mexican restaurant at Epcot, and the only reason they let us in was because they thought Monica. They were speaking Spanish to Monica.
That's right. She was flummoxed.
She didn't know.
She just smiled, got us a table. But we've had several African American interns and stuff.
I never saw him.
You didn't?
No.
Well, we even had an African American intern with one arm. Only one arm.
She could sing.
Yeah. She was real cool.
Yep.
She was real nice. Yeah.
So you didn't break through any glass ceilings.
What did
girl.
they think about you?
Well, you'd think they loved us.
Oh. Okay.
Well, just
What are you insinuating?
I'm not insinuating. I'm just asking.
Anybody who's a minority or who is missing a limb should hate us.
That sounds right.
What does that mean? Yeah, but what does she think of you?
Did you ask them? Did you do an exit interview?
Oh, and she also broke the glass ceiling of being the first person on our show that wore a wig all the time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, she wore a wig.
Riggins, did she go on the boat that day that I took all the interns out when I just got in my boat?
Who?
Did you go that day? Were you one of the interns in?
I wouldn't think she went.
No.
Because she lost her arm in a boating
I
accident.
know, but I'm pretty
so I
sure
don't-
she did because I think she made jokes about it.
I don't recall.
But she was an intern wasn't it way after you were an intern? Riggins?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was this. I just got in my boat that summer. No, you probably were working for us. Things. I've only hadn't had that boat that long.
Is that when you threw the anchor off in the water that wasn't tied to the boat?
No, that was when we're backing up. We went to the big boat tie up, and I forgot who it was. I want to say it was White Shadow. Dove off the back of the boat with the motor running. Scared the crap out of me. It was the first weekend I'd had my boat, and I took all the interns out because everybody was out of town. And I was like, I want to go out on my boat first weekend.
Alexis, have you ever heard that story about Ace's anchor of his boat?
No.
He gets it out there. He's got a bunch of people on the boat with him, and he gets the anchor, and they're gonna sit in that one spot. He throws the anchor off, but he forgot to tie the other end to the boat.
So it just goes into the water.
I was too busy talking. I just threw it out there.
Dummy.
So I'm out there talking, blah, 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 blah. Get the anchor out, and I'm trying to tell everybody where the stuff is and the thing, and it's just whoosh. And I thought,
Oops.
Yeah.
Did you get it right away? Or did you guys float away?
No, it's gone.
It was gone.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Because it just, because
Yeah,
it goes,
sunk.
man.
Yeah.
And it was gone. Because it was like you throw it, and it's like, wait a minute. And by the time I figured out, it's like, oh, the rope's already disappeared off the boat. It's gone,
Sheesh, so what'd you do? Y'all just floated there? Just said, okay, we'll see what happens.
I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember. I think we may have just floated.
He's like, get off this boat.
I would be like, get me out of here.
Yeah, I do not remember.
Oh my God, that's like something out of a cartoon.
Yeah, it is. Like,
Here's a good one.
because you wouldn't want to try to jump and grab the rope because it
Right,
would drag
then you're
you.
gonna
Yeah.
drag you in, right?
Because it's going to be hard to pull that thing up in the water if you're in the water. Does Alexis know the story of when Riggins had to go, quote unquote, clean out Ace's truck?
Remember when he was an intern?
Riggins was an intern.
It was
We
pouring in.
we mic'd my truck without Riggins knowing and asked him, hey, would you do me a favor? Would you go out and get, there's 2 bags in my car. Would you get them out of my car or whatever, my truck, and throw them away or whatever? And he went out there, and when he went to open them, we had bought like some dirty porn stuff and set them all in the bag. So it was kind of open, and some of the stuff had spilled out. And then we could hear Riggins. We taped him, and the guy's like, "Oh my god!" Like,
Really?
Well, yeah.
he was like,
It
"This is
didn't seem that
disgusting."
far fetched.
Right. No, of course, exactly. That's why I would think that. I'm like, okay.
Share funny from the Ace and TJ family. More next. Hey, it's funny you'll share. The Ace and TJ family presents the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ show.
Man, these scientists in Australia, they're getting crazy now. They're bringing out some stuff. We talked about this morning in the regular old show about how they've grown mammoth meat in a lab. It sounds delicious. But this sounds like it would actually be something that we could, we as a culture, as a society, could benefit from. They're making an erectile dysfunction spray. Instead of taking pills for it, it's a spray.
What?
Yeah,
Where you spray it on?
in your nose.
Oh, I was about to be like, axe.
You hit it with that aerosol. Next thing you know, Joey's admiring the chandelier. You know, harder than calculus out there. But yeah, they said it goes, like nasal spray does, goes right into the bloodstream, bypasses the digestive system, has an effect in 5 to 15 minutes as opposed to an hour of what it takes after you take a pill.
Dang.
Yeah, that's the thing is, and when that Cialis first came out as a competitor to Viagra, it says, take Cialis and you'll be ready when the time is right, because it was supposedly last longer than Viagra would last. So you take it before the weekend, and then
You're ready to go.
yeah, whenever it comes up in the 36 hours or whatever, you don't have to, hang on a minute, let me take a pill now, set the timer for an hour,
Right.
and that sort of thing.
That's a vibe killer. That's a
Yeah.
vibe killer.
Uh-huh. That's actually what they said in the commercials. Don't kill the vibe.
Yeah, don't.
But a nasal spray.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great idea.
Yeah, you don't want to get that. You don't want to store it next to your daily dose of Flonase. You know, you got allergies. You walk around sneezing with a heart on. What you gonna be doing? Eyes watery, sneezing, and big old boom.
Ew.
Stick it out there.
It's my pecker spray.
Yeah, hold on.
Pepper spray? No, pecker spray.
Pecker spray.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to store those next to each other either.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't happen that way. Like I always thought that, you know, when they first came out with Viagra and stuff, because Ace and I were new radio people. We were young DJs whenever that happened. It was the number one thing in pop culture people were talking about. I mean, it was an incredible invention that every late night comedian, every early morning talk show, radio show, and I'm talking about Viagra, because it was the thing everybody was talking about. It was such a breakthrough. And I always thought that because it said, you know, if an erection lasting longer than 5 hours, call your doctor or whatever. Mm-hmm. I always thought you just take it and boom, there it is. Yeah. And it lasts, you know, it stays like that for 24 hours or however long it's supposed to. But it doesn't. You still have to, you have to be stimulated for it to work. It's not an Instabone.
Now, you said it was like that. That's disgusting.
By the way, that's my new social media site.
Instabone.
Gross.
What?
Follow me.
Was there like a huge market, need for this?
Oh, yeah.
But was it not just old people, but like other people? Because
Yeah,
I'm like, maybe
because
that's
it
the problem
was,
with society. Old people shouldn't be doing it.
It became the most abused drug, a prescription drug on the market. Meaning people taking it who didn't need it, taking it just for the recreation of it.
Right, but it was made more for older men, right?
That was
Yeah.
the original
What it was,
concept.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, actually,
I've
it was
taken it before.
Ew,
Yeah.
gross.
I'm just saying.
It was
If
actually
you don't need it and you take it, forget about it.
it was created as a heart medication to open up the blood vessels in the heart, but it didn't work as well on the heart. And then the side effect of it was erection because it opened those blood vessels. And there you go.
Is Bob Dole the first big celebrity sponsor?
I think so.
Senator Bob
Endorser,
Dole
yeah.
was an endorser. Yeah, the endorser, not
And
sponsor.
they showed it, like in the commercial. They showed his rager.
No, they didn't.
No.
I was like, oh, ew.
Bob Dole gets hard. Now you get hard.
So then, just old people just weren't doing it back then.
No, not enough to speak of, really.
That's
And
why
so many men had that problem.
That's why I got wild at the nursing homes.
Old men got a hold of that thing, and as the comedian in Birmingham, our friend Matt Matthews says, that thing got to thangin'.
That thing got to thinging.
Yeah, so, but what happened was that people were getting, prescriptions for it that didn't need it, or stealing them from their grandfathers and stuff like that. And it was one of those at the time, they'd say, if you take it and you don't need it, I mean, it could hurt you. But didn't matter.
So what happened if a woman took it, since it was heart medication?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Her vagina
Their
would
nips,
explode.
their nips get hard.
But they've tried so many medications that create medications to make women more aroused or whatever. And at one point, they had a drink. It wasn't, it wasn't prescription or any type of real medication. It was a drink you could buy in the drugstore, and it supposedly would work the same way on women that Viagra worked on men, and it was called Niagara.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. But it didn't.
It
didn't
didn't really
do
call
that.
it. It doesn't work the same.
Yeah.
Like Niagara Falls. I get it.
Right. Yeah. See, I suggested
That's
they call
weird.
it the hanging fern, but
Ew. Fern.
Like you see when you water a hanging fern.
No, yeah.
Just slapping down on the concrete.
No, I get it.
I know a lot of women say it's misogynistic or sexist or whatever that insurance companies will pay for Viagra, but won't pay for birth control. And their answer is always to say that it's because Viagra it's a medical condition. That
They don't pay for birth control insurance companies?
There's something that
Yeah.
they
I heard
do.
a woman
Do they?
bitching one day.
They do.
I heard a woman bitching one day because they'll pay for Viagra but wouldn't pay for Wellbutrin for her to stop smoking. It was when that was used to help people stop smoking.
there is something they won't pay for that they always use that as a complaint. And it's the same point all the time. Well, when prescribed, Viagra is prescribed for a medical reason. Mm-hmm. What you're talking about is a choice that you're making. And it's not the same thing.
It's because women don't want men to experience any kind of joy.
Yep, that's what it is.
And if they do, then women's got to figure out some way. Either I can get in on that or he needs to have it taken away from him. That's the way they are. Mm-hmm. They are a selfish people a lot of times. Not women in general, but every single woman in the world.
It didn't start so. I heard some woman bitching the other day.
Hey, miss any part of Share Funny? Subscribe to the podcast on all major podcast platforms. More Share Funny coming up. Share Funny has its own Facebook group. To join, search Share Funny and get more. Now more Share Funny from the Ace and TJ family.
I saw this woman in the news, and she had I think it was a 104-pound cyst.
Ew, wait, what? How much?
104 pounds worth of ovarian cyst. And I got so jealous. Now, why would I be jealous of somebody who had a 104-pound cyst?
Because you want to pop it?
No.
Because when they get rid of it, she loses 104
That's
pounds.
exactly right.
Oh.
I wish the doctor would find out I just got a big cyst. Yeah. And they remove it, and then I'm skinny.
Yeah. You're not a fat
You're so
ass.
lucky.
Good news, you're not fat at all. It's just a huge cyst inside you.
No, I'd be like, yes, I knew it. 104-pound ovarian cyst that held about 46 liters of fluid.
Ew.
How much is that in American measurements? 46 liters.
You know what a 2-liter soda looks like?
Yeah, that's all I could think about.
20 soda bottles. 20 big soda bottles.
So do you think that when they got it out of there, it popped, or did they have to release that fluid before they got the whole thing out?
Oh, they probably had her operated and open, and it just went.
Oh God, having to wear white rubber boots like Cajuns wear.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's like a giant fruit gusher. Ew.
The surgical staff comes in and dressed like Bobby Boucher.
They got goggles and everything.
They look like minions.
Yeah, I need to see a picture of
I want
this.
to see it.
She said it felt like she was pregnant with 10 kids. I let myself believe that if I ignored it, it would go away.
What?
I was scared. I was just really scared. She's from Jacksonville.
Whoa.
See, I started to see other people coming forward on social media about their ovarian masses. By the way, that's the group I belong to, the ovarian masses. And their problems with their cycles, and I started to realize that something was not right with my stomach.
Yeah.
As I looked closer at it, I realized that it was rock hard. I couldn't lay on it. I felt like all my organs were being crushed. I looked like I was extremely pregnant. So she's just thinking that she gained 104 pounds over time.
Yeah, she said she was just gonna try to ignore it and see if it would go away. Like,
Well, maybe I think she's like, I'll try to diet.
you can't ignore that, girl. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's
Huge.
it's big.
Yeah. Well, how do they handle that though? You know, not just any hospital I would think would be able to handle a 104-pound cyst.
Yeah, you go to a specialist for that.
Specialist with a forklift in the operating room, a hoist, like an
You need a
engine hoist.
Chainsaw to open that.
But then you got to be careful with it because it's got all that fluid.
Yeah, no, I guarantee they wouldn't have just sliced. You know, they're
I know,
putting
but
some sort
Maybe
of
they
IV in
sucked.
there.
They sucked
and
the
pulling it
liquid out first.
Okay, you think they did? They didn't try to remove it as a whole piece.
Can't believe that. No.
You know, because that's what Dr. Pimple Popper does sometimes. She try to remove the whole cyst without busting it.
Yeah.
And I had somebody that worked for a dermatologist tell me one time that almost every cyst should be removed that way, but that the ones on the internet cut them just for the entertainment value of it.
I'm sure.
They probably are more prone to infection that way, being cut open.
You just said it stinks. I mean, that
Oh, I
fluid
bet
and all
it smells
stinks.
so gross. Like human liquid waste.
Human liquid.
Well, in those types of cysts, that's skin cells and stuff.
Yeah, dead skin.
So there's no like pus in it.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
there is.
but that comes from it's just a blockage of something, isn't it?
Ugh.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's all feeling herself now. She's got on bright, heavy pink eyeliner, big old ass glasses, pink earrings, a septum ring. She's feeling herself.
She's feeling her oats.
Then the article starts talking about other women who have had these big cysts. Last year, a Brazilian woman had her 100-pound ovarian cyst removed. And then it's like 2 years ago, a Texas woman realized her belly fat was actually a 17-pound stomach tumor. Hey, get a 17-pound out of here. We talk. These other ones are over 100. Who's even going to bring up a 17-pound?
Think about that. A 17-pound cyst, and you got nothing.
Did you see the picture of the other 100-pound
my
cyst?
God.
This guy actually took it out whole.
No, I didn't.
I mean, it's like,
It is. That looks so
it's like
gross.
the size of a Honda.
Oh my God.
That's incredible.
So that may be how the proper way to remove it.
She did say it was hard,
Yeah.
so it might be.
But then you would have to have some sort of a hoist, right, to hook up to that thing and pull it out.
Some kind of like
Because it looks like, well, I don't know, how many people would it take to lift that out of
100
somebody?
pounds. A couple of people, probably 5-6 people.
And what kind of sound it make?
Ooh. Can we drop it onto the floor?
Shit, I want to go on the top of the building and drop it.
Yeah.
That looks like something like some type of alien would pop out of.
Can you imagine throwing that off the roof?
Like, what are they doing out there? We just wanted to see what it would do.
If it bounces.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, good for her.
Yeah. Light as a feather. I bet.
Well, 104 pounds lighter.
104 pounds lighter.
She down to about, I don't know. What she look like she weighs to you now, Riggins? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. About three bills?
3 bills.
Just kidding. But I see a lot of women that may need to get checked, see if they have cysts.
Do you?
I see a lot of women who look like they have big old cysts in their asses.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. Did you see the pictures of Kim Kardashian on the beach?
I did. Yeah.
It's a big
It looks
ass.
like she's in a is that a thong?
Yeah.
Okay. And she looked like somebody had taken that cyst and put it under her skin in the back.
It's a big ass. But it's a nice ass.
It's super nice.
But it's not smooth looking. It looks,
Yeah, sure it is.
It looks like it's got a map of the oceans on it.
Stop.
No,
It's huge.
Yep,
it is
looks
big,
good.
but it's
And
nice.
it looks
Look
fake.
at them cheeks, man.
I mean, I'm not saying for sure it's fake, but it looks fake.
Oof.
It looks like it's got turbulence in it.
Stop. Done. And her waist is. I mean,
Look,
yeah.
I mean,
I'm looking at it. What do you mean? Look.
no, I'm just saying. I don't care what her waist looks like. If she got, I mean,
Come on.
that just means she's disproportionate. Got a little waist and that big fake looking ass.
This is what a woman should look like.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's a freak of nature. I mean, she's got a great body,
She works hard at that.
and I'm
body,
sure
though.
it's probably a lot of work.
I'm sure it is, and that's why I don't understand. She does all that other work for the rest of her body to look right. Why would she want that ass to look so
that's what is
crazy?
That's what people
So-
want, and I would
Looks
want.
like
I want
a-
my butt to get bigger and bigger.
Just bigger and bigger though.
Yeah, like I want to have tiny waist, a big
Well,
butt,
go
and
get-
big boobs.
Go get implants in your butt.
I'm gonna have to do squats.
You think that's what she got just doing squats? That big old ass? No, she squatted on a surgeon's table. Is what she did.
What? You think so?
Allegedly, my opinion, that's what it looks like.
Small waist,
probably
pretty
got-
face with a big bank.
Yep.
She probably got mashed potatoes up in that ass.
No, she doesn't have mashed potatoes.
That's what it looked like. It's like somebody lifted his skin and threw a bunch of hash brown casserole in there.
Oh man! I remember when Paris Hilton was on an interview when they were not getting along, and she said her ass looked like a black garbage bag filled with cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Paris, that's a not
Come
nice thing to
on.
say to
It's pretty funny.
a friend of yours. That one got some headlines.
No, it doesn't look human. You know, it looks foreign.
You never
Not
seen-
meaning that she doesn't look human. She is beautiful everywhere except her disproportionate body.
ridiculous.
I mean,
You can't all be
some-
twigs, TJ.
yeah, if her butt matched the rest of her body, if it was proportionate, she would have a close to perfect body. But it looks like you took a skinny woman and photoshopped the top half onto the bottom half of Lizzo.
You are so ridiculous, for real.
This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family. More next. This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family. Let's go!
How much is one of those AirTag tracking devices? Do y'all know that? How much one of those would cost? Because it seems like that would be a good little thing to have when you're flying. You put it in your luggage.
I think they're
Yeah.
50.
$50, and then there's an app on your phone that lets you track your luggage and all that.
Yeah, I got one going to Krakow, and it works like a champ.
Oh, to the crack house.
Yeah,
you
I didn't
said.
lose my luggage, but it still works really well.
Oh, no, they start at $29.
Oh,
That's a deal.
Yeah, the Apple, and you use the Find My app on the Apple to use it.
oh, you do.
It's very nice.
Even if you're going to a crack house like Ace was going.
Yeah, we'll track it to a crack house for you.
Help me.
Well, there was a guy whose bag got stolen at the baggage claim in Atlanta, and he had the AirTag thing on it, and ended up the next day being able to track it right to the person who stole it. Took a cop with him. They walk up to the door and knock on the door, and the guy answers the door wearing the guy's clothes from the suitcase.
Dummy.
And they say that some people, like more and more people are starting to, they realize that they're not keeping such a close eye on the bags when they come in. Like security is not, they'll just grab them. Like that guy that worked in the Biden administration. What was his name? The one that was stealing. They had pictures of him stealing luggage.
Sam.
Several different times.
Sam Brinton or something.
And after he was caught stealing the first bag, a designer was on the internet looking at stuff and saw a picture of him in public and said, "That's my dress." And the way she knew it was her dress is because she made the dress. It was the only one in existence.
Yeah.
And he was wearing it.
Crazy.
She was like, "No, stole my dress."
Yeah.
Because she had her bag stolen at the airport a little while before that.
She's from Uganda or something. Like,
Yeah,
just
he-
happened to see the guy
Right.
in her dress.
Well, because he identified as a woman, right?
I don't remember.
I think so. And so the Biden administration was pushing him out there all the time. Like, he was in the, wasn't he in the nuclear secrets department or
Nuclear
something?
waste disposal or something.
Something like that. So they always had him out front. And so, she was like, "Look at him.
Son of a bitch.
I know that dress."
Oops.
He was pretty, though.
No.
But it'd be my luck. I would steal somebody's suitcase who, didn't have anything worth a damn.
Right.
It would be the suitcase they packed with their kids' toys in it.
A bunch of dildos or something.
Yeah, we were coming back from a trip one time, and it was one of those deals where you buy the alcohol with no taxes or duty free or whatever they call it. And it was a little kid. Parents had put the liquor bottles in the little kid's suitcase. It's like a Cinderella suitcase with wheels on it, and the kid's pulling it, about 4 or 5 years old, and dropped it, and the liquor bottles busted everywhere, and the mom started yelling at the kid like she had really screwed up. Like,
Trash parents.
Trash. She's standing there by the basket or whatever, throwing away and just scooping it up and dropping it.
Trash.
Stop crying. Stop crying. You made a mess of the whole thing now.
oh well, the little girl needs to stop being Butterfingers.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you did mess up.
I gave you
It's not.
a responsibility, and you couldn't do it. Should have left her in foreign land.
Right.
Teach her a lesson. You get Mama's rum over here safely, or it's going to be hell to pay.
You're a failure.
I saved $4 on that bottle of rum.
Yeah.
Having to smuggle it back into the States.
This was duty free. Now you're in deep duty.
I don't even know what the hell that means. It's even worth it.
I don't know if they
Just to
had,
have to carry all that crap.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That lady had a bunch of stuff in that basket, though. And say if it's $4 a bottle, she's probably saving herself $20-$30, $40 tops.
There was a story that I saw about a woman who was sneaking wine into a concert. And wherever this venue is, an outdoor venue, they'll let you take food inside the venue for the concert, but not beverages, because they want to sell you the wine and beer and all that. So this woman hollowed out an entire loaf of French bread and put a big bottle of wine inside it. So then when she went through security and they looked, they said, "Oh, she's just got bread." And then she's out on the lawn of the outdoor venue and then pouring wine out of the bread into a solo cup. It's like, we paid for so much for these tickets. We don't want to have to buy wine when we're in here. It's too expensive.
Did she get busted?
No.
Oh.
No. But in the story they did about it, and don't worry, she said she made garlic bread from the loaf, It didn't go to waste.
Oh,
It's like,
Lord,
who the
shut
hell would
up.
be worried about that?
Right.
I'm like, you did not eat that wine-soaked bread, so stop. If you were going to eat it, you would have eaten it when you were drunk out there on the lawn of the concert.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're going to take that shit home.
But it's
We
the
made
tag.
it.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
Right.
Don't worry. You don't
She
worry.
didn't
Don't
waste
worry.
it. God, give me a break. Now, I would eat a good garlic bread that had wine soaked into it. No problem.
That might be really good.
Mm-hmm.
I just want the garlic bread. Put some meatballs in it.
Yeah.
You want a
Perfect
meatball?
concert
Yeah,
food.
forget the
Perfect outdoor concert food.
Meatballs.
Garlic bread stuff with meatballs.
Yes, I love that.
This concert was great. You got marinara all over your face.
I just love it.
So what is the deal with your diet? So you're eating like a cheat meal a day now, basically, until vacation is over?
No, so after vacation, I'm going back to like the strict diet. But right now, it's kind of a little bit loose. We don't have any restrictions, but I'm still trying to eat healthy as much as possible.
So
Okay,
what
so you
caused
had
that
wings.
change?
Because Jay stopped 75 hard and he's gonna start it again.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're just taking a little break.
So you had wings yesterday?
I have 4 wings. So see, I could have had 10 wings,
Oh, sure.
but then I only had 4.
Right. You could have had 10 wings and assaulted a senior citizen outside, but you didn't. You did the right thing.
Yeah.
But that's all you have, 4 wings?
4 wings, yep.
You didn't have anything with the wings?
I had like 5 fries. Mm-hmm. But that was
That's
it.
good.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't shut up about wings yesterday. So
know.
I mean, you were craving wings yesterday.
It was all I was thinking about for like days.
And what kind were they?
Garlic parmesan and then
Yeah.
this flavor called Moo Moo.
What's that flavor?
It's like 34 different flavors mixed in together into a sauce. I don't know.
But is it American?
Yeah. The restaurant's American, so I guess.
Moo Moo sauce. Moo Moo rub.
Moo Moo sauce.
Huh.
It was delicious. Oh, just thinking about them now, like the garlic parmesans were fried so perfectly, the skin on it, and just taking that and dipping it in the ranch. Oh,
Yeah. So you ate it the way people eat wings.
Yeah.
And you're a drummy or a flat?
I love them both.
But which one do you like better?
Probably drums because they have the best bites on the outside. You can dip the whole thing in ranch and like not have to worry about biting into a bone.
Yeah. I'm a flat guy. I love biting into a bone. I can suck a flat dry.
Yeah.
Just drag it through the ranch, peel it off.
Oh, I can tear up some wings. I leave nothing on the bone. No cartilage, nothing.
Yeah. Well, it's because you grew up in a third world country
Shut up.
where chicken was a delicacy. You grew up eating sand sandwiches.
Okay.
The Share Funny Podcast is a production of the Ace and TJ family. To get more Ace and TJ 24/7, download the Ace and TJ app. Just search for Ace and TJ in your app store. All Share Funny material copyright ATJ Incorporated 2021.